Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
The Varsity Media Sports Network proudly welcomes you to Victor High School for this fantastic matchup here today as Section 5 battles Section 3. As coming in from Syracuse, it's the two-time defending state champion Baldwinsville taking on the Blue Devils from Victor. Victor coming in with a 12-2 record, Baldwinsville at 7-6. Good afternoon. My name is Gene Battaglia, joined today by our friend Bill Butero, head coach at Spencer Porton. Coach, this is going to be a great game here today at Victor.
Yeah, two very well-coached teams. They stick to their guns. They do what they need to do to win. Great programs.
Matt Wilcox, the head coach of Baldwinsville. Again, they come in with a 7-6 record. They're coming off a loss Tuesday to another power in Section 3 in Fayetteville Manlius as we take a look at our tail of the tape, if you will. And again, in league play, Victor has been spot on here, stats otherwise, as you read them there. And then the last one, that's the fun one here. You're talking about two powerhouses in the state of New York.
Yeah, in the last 2 years, Baldwin won the Class A state championship. Victor has 4 in the last 10 years. Two great programs. Going to put on a show today.
Yeah, Baldwinsville defeating Farmingdale last year in the final, Northport 2 years ago, and I think they're all ready to go here. They are coming off the bus here a little more than 40 minutes ago in the red uniforms. And we'll turn it over to our public address announcer.
Varsity matchup between the Baldwinsville Bees and time. If you could please rise and take your hats off and face the American flag for the playing of our national anthem.
Today is a day we also celebrate this great sport of lacrosse. It is Victor Lax Fest here today. It's actually game 2 of this lineup here today, which started with a JV matchup between these two schools. Victor hanging on by 1. And, Bill, it's just kind of a day. You take a half step back and you look at the progress that this sport has made in upstate New York.
Yeah, I mean, each district typically celebrates lacrosse in their programs and at their communities. Today we look around, we see all the fields of young kids playing everywhere, boys, girls. This district is definitely booming in lacrosse currently.
Yeah, no doubt about it. As we mentioned, the 4 state championships at Victor. We take a look at our players to watch. Kyle Sager, 28 goals, 7 assists. Jack Herendine we saw him warming up. He's missed a few games with an undisclosed injury, and we'll see if we'll actually get him on the field, but that would be a big boost here for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, I'm looking at scores. Their scoring is down a little bit this year, but they continue to win games. Having him healthy will change everything.
And for the Bees, the Baldwinsville Bees today, again, they are in the red uniforms, coached by Matt Wilcox. And you got to look at the Garcias here. Brady with 32 goals, Dylan with 30 as they reload there in northern Syracuse.
In some of these programs, win 2 state championships, graduating some kids, they just keep coming.
As they're doing the introductions, Kyle Sager, 28 goals on the season. And we do have 2 decent goaltenders here today. Parker Irwin, 55.9% his save percentage for Victor. And we're expecting Trevor Sutton to get the call once again for Baldwinsville at 60.2%. Coach, you take those stats any day.
Yeah, a goalie making 60% of the saves in today's lacrosse world is amazing. It starts with sound defense.
Victor coming in with a 12-2 record, and that 12-2, it's funny. They've won 12 in a row. They're playing Don Bosco Prep at the beginning, scheduling the tough out-of-conference, out-of-Section 5 opponents right at the beginning. And they'll finish up next week with just 1 game left on their schedule, and that'll be at McQuaid coming up. And the season flying right by is coming up. We are just a mere 2 weeks away from sectional play.
Yeah, this year we had the early spring break, which allowed teams to go out and play teams from out of state, travel as a group, which is what Victor did this year, playing 2 really tough teams and then coming back and playing the public school schedule, winning 12 in a row. Dan
Stone is the head coach of Victor, as he's done a great job continuing the success of this program. His predecessor, Jim Andre, doing a fantastic job. As now we'll have the teams at midfield, your captains. So Baldwinsville does have a win on their resume over Section 5 team. That was Canandaigua back on April the 13th, 5-4.
Yes, they did. They also beat Irondequoit in overtime, I believe, earlier in the year. 7-6.
Yes. It'd be the face-off specialist, Josh Armpriester, going against the other face-off specialist. Number 6 is JT Ricky. And we're underway here today from Victor High School. Beautiful day for Lacrosse. 65 degrees. Some clouds in the sky. Still being contested, and it'll be Baldwinsville starting off the possession as Brady Garcia getting that ground ball as he looks to work it into the box. Makes the move, and here go the Bees shooting at the cage to our right. Up top, it'll be Iggy Lemedico, and also checking in here will be Judson Ferris, number 26. Ferris on the near hash. Again, the keeper is Parker Irwin. He's a senior here at Victor. That's the long pole of JT Workmeister, veteran on this team. Bees work it back into the box from the outside. The shot that will go wide by Brady Garcia. Tyrion Lynch closest to where it went out. Lynch working against the long pole of Simon Cowell. Cowell doing a good job pushing it to the outside, and the possession will continue here for the Bees. Lemedico making a move, fires, and bounces that wide, and the possession remaining here once again.
Baldwinsville is doing a great job of creating space for their Dodgers up top.
He's being very patient on this first sequence here, settling in. Lemedico, as they'll spread it out. This is Dylan Garcia. He's got 30 on the season, and again, he's going to draw the long pole of Workmeister. Cam Ryan, another veteran of this team, number 11 for Victor. Ryan gets some help. That forces the ground ball to the outside. Being contested, still sitting there. And this will remain Baldwinsville's ball.
Looks like they called an illegal procedure playing without the cross.
Long possession here, more than 2 minutes now for the Bees. And really, do we expect a lot of goals here today, Coach?
I don't. I think both teams have very strong defenses. Possessions and faceoffs are going to be the key to this game.
Shot going to the outside, but they're going to say that was actually a feed, and this will actually, it still will be Baldwinsville ball.
Yeah, they started with the high dodge and had a cutter come into the crease to try to feed him. Not sure what the call was by the official.
Lynch to inbound is the possession continuing here. Dylan Garcia. Garcia sends it over the crossbar, and this goes over to Victor, no doubt, as the home crowd liking the hustle of Simon Cowell, and here comes the clearing attempt for the Blue Devils.
Cowell stole a possession from Baldwinsville with a heads-up hustle play.
So first time we've seen a clearing attempt for either team is Fee going to the middle of the field and stepping on up to get that Brody Secker. Secker stepping into the box. So Victor going to work for the first time on offense today as they'll check in their offensive personnel. We're just underway here today for Victor High School here in this matchup of these powerhouses in New York State lacrosse. So that is Jack Herendine back in the lineup. What kind of boost does that give Victor today, Coach?
Just an extra confidence boost. He's the most experienced offensive player on their team.
He's going to camp out behind the cage, number 2. As Tanner Radonia now to the near side, this will go. Secker looking to feed it. Nope, keeping it himself. Feeds it over to the other side. Getting it over to Sager. Sager didn't like what was ahead of him. Radonia now going in. Shoots and scores. And Victor takes a 1-0 lead.
He gets ahead of steam. He had a person mirroring him. The mirror popped. The slide guy went with him, leaving a clear lane to the goal.
Great job by 15 to seize this opportunity as we take another look here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Yep, you can see the player playing on the crease, mirror out the backside, leaving a lane for the Dodger. Great goal.
And Victor will have the possession here.
Opening the score, number 15, Tanner Redonia. Redonia, unassisted.
So for Tanner Redonia, that will be his 15th of the season. 1-0 Victor here. As this will be the second possession here of the afternoon. If you're just logging on, we're about like 15 minutes behind schedule, but that's okay. That'll happen. As the ground ball on the far side, that'll be tracked down by Secker. He'll take it behind the cage. Sager's over there as well. Sager trying to set the pick. Now he's going to roll off of it, but the defense following him. And then losing his footing will be Secker. That results in a ground ball. Popping out to the near corner. And Baldwinsville right on the edge.
Victor decided to go big little behind. They didn't use the pick, came up, defenseman took it away. Good one-on-one defense.
Yeah, that is Aiden Lyman with the ground ball there for the Bees. But now the ride doing its thing here for Victor. They're going to come up with the ground ball on the far side. It's Cam Ryan, the long pole, shoots it over to the near side to Simon Cowell. Now Cowell up along the near side. Good clear here as Klingscales brings it into the box. And Victor's defense doing its job. Colin Wheeler from the outside. Takes it behind the cage. Working his way in. Sager bouncing it wide. And Christian Besaw racing over there to keep the possession alive here for the Blue Devils. Redonia from the outside. Redonia fires, and that will bounce wide. Now they're going to rule it over here to the Bees.
I'm saying Baldwinsville is closer to the ball.
Brady Garcia getting it ahead. McGrain looking to dish it off, gets it back to Garcia. Brady Garcia in transition. Victor hustling back there. They're in position. Second possession here for the Bees here in the Victor end today. It's Victor behind the Redonia goal, 1-0 as we're past the midway point here of the first.
That's a very important possession for Baldwinsville, just to get confident, get on offense, turning the ball over the last 2 times.
Lynch. Simon Cole on him defensively, number 1. Cole being a junior here at Victor. Working his way in, Garcia, and then he gets a little bump in the back there from Cam Ryan. That forces the shot to go well wide. It still will be Bees' possession.
You can see how they're spreading the field, getting a dodger high. They initiate on the far side and swing it to the guy high to get a nice downhill dodge. Garcia definitely has speed.
Lemetico takes it behind the cage, so Lemetico, the midi, sends it back up top. The shot from the outside and making a big save. Parker Irwin, clearing attempt coming up here for the Blue Devils. Find it right up the middle of the field. That's Workmeister, and then knocked away. 50-50 ball that Workmeister will get back. He sends it ahead. You saw stepping into the box, and a clear successful for Victor. As Redonia waits for some help here, stepping out for a run is Colin Wheeler once again, number 21 on the far side. Wheeler drawing Lemetico, the short pole. 4:13 and counting remaining here in this first. Feed down low. Beautiful feed by Klingscales. Shot just going wide. Besaw sends it back up top. Herondine feeds it across the field to Klingscales. Again goes wide. And again, it will be Sager closest to where it went out. Sager fires. Oh, and big kick save made. Trevor Sutton getting his leg on it. And that'll keep the possession at least for Victor.
Yeah, that was a great dodge by Sager coming for Max, getting his hands free, letting it go. Goalie made a great save.
Another long possession, just one goal so far. Clinkscales bouncing it to the near side. And a lot of room there for Besaw to track it down. Radonia drawing Brady Garcia. Sager fires. Bouncing around, and then it's going to go right over to Trevor Sutton. Sutton the clearing attempt. And that bouncing ball will be tracked down eventually by number 30, Tyler Nielsen. Ahead this goes. In transition, unsettled situation, and over the top of the cage. Tiernan Lynch was in a good spot, just could not connect.
That play started with a great job by the Baldwinsville defense, getting the stick in the lane to bat down the shot, moving it downfield in transition to find the 3v2.
And now Baldwinsville will get their personnel in here. Down to 2:45 remaining in the first.
Here we go, setting up Garcia for a dodge.
Garcia drawing Cam Ryan once again. Using every inch of the field of the Bees here, working it around. In the middle of this formation is Judson Ferris, number 26. Room for the outside. Lamenico, his shot, and going down low once again, Parker Irwin. Another big save for Parker Irwin.
By spreading the field as much as they are, they're creating dodging lanes, but Irwin is seeing the ball early.
And what do we have? Do we have an offside or a timeout? Looks like we have a timeout. So Victor calling the timeout with 1:56 remaining here in the first as we take a look at that save by Parker Irwin. Good timeout by Dan Stone. Keep the possession and work it around. And at the very least, you want to at least get to the end of the quarter here. You look at this tradition here, Victor Lacrosse. I mean, that is a resume for sure.
Yeah, and you're looking at all this really in just the past 15 years, which is even more impressive. They really started taking off in like 2008, 2009.
And one of the things that I think Victor does, you do at Spencerport, a lot of programs with these Lac Fest days to have the youth programs be introduced. I got a kick out of introducing those players that were kind of moving up, and you could hear the fans talking about the future of Victor Lacrosse, because what you're seeing on the field today, it didn't start last year, Coach.
No, it's community building, and the community starts at kindergarten through senior year, and then you bring the alumni back. You make a big deal and make sure everybody has their moment and makes kids want to stay and be part of the tradition when they get up here in high school.
Yeah, the girls program's doing a great job here, too, at Victor, and certainly Baldwinsville, too. So Victor using their first timeout. Baldwinsville with both of theirs remaining here in the half. The Sager to inbound. So Sager's going to have a long pole on him, of course. Nielsen, number 30. Sager makes a move. Puts it now to the corner. Sager getting it back, makes another move. Sager going in, fires and scores! 2-0 Victor.
Baldwinsville's playing position defense. They're not going for stick checks. He lunges, and he's able to go underneath uncontested. Jack Herendeen looks pretty healthy there.
Herendeen with a beautiful move. Number 2 with the goal. His 13th of the season for Herendeen. So the Bees get a draw here, and they'll get a possession and see if they can get some quality chances here. Dylan Garcia, number 9, on the field. And they're the two players to watch. Brady Garcia, 32 goals on the season. Dylan Garcia, 30. Brady Garcia drawing the long pole of Cam Ryan. And as Lomedico shot, and some of the Victor fans were thinking they got the possession, but no, correct call. It still remains with Baldwinsville. Lynch, and that's stripped away. What a play by Simon Cole. Cole, the cause turnover. Here's the clearing attempt, and they have time here, Coach. 40 seconds remaining in the quarter. The long outlet pass, a little too strong, but the ball bounces in Victor's direction. Is getting that will be number 17, Besaw.
30 seconds is plenty of time to get something set up. Now they can ensure last shot of the quarter.
Victor, a field where you have scoreboards on both sides of the field. The Tyler Hutt Memorial scoreboard. Great family. As now the shot from the outside, a save is made. Clinkscales letting that one go as we're in the closing seconds here, and the heave will not count. We head to the second, and in this matchup of Section 5 versus Section 3, these two powerhouses in New York State, Victor up on Baldwinsville 2-0 as we go to the second here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
Did you?
As it is Victor Lacrosse Day here today, and there you see one of the youth programs for girls lacrosse, Lax Fest here. We couldn't ask for really a nicer day here. Although the clouds starting to cover up the sun just a little bit, but certainly a comfortable afternoon for all the spectators, whether you're watching live or maybe watching this back on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Gene Battaglia with Bill Butero. Our director is Joel Balthaser. And Coach Parker Irwin coming up with a couple big saves there, as Baldwinsville certainly had some chances there in the first quarter.
Yeah, two big saves. Baldwinsville's put up a bunch of shots, but only two on cage so far. This game could get a little fun here in a few minutes.
So it will be Baldwinsville starting off here. So they'll get it into the box. Zach Weiss is an attacker, number 10. He's on the field here getting a run in. Licio McGrain now will step off to the other side of the field. And coming on will be Iggy Lomedico.
Baldwinsville has won 3 out of 4 faceoffs. The only faceoff they lost was a violation.
Weiss lobbing it to the near side. Going back, Lemetico now on the near side. Lemetico trying to make a move. And just like the opening possession in the first quarter, patience the word here for the visitors. Cole the defender for Victor. Lemetico will hand it off to Brady Garcia. Brady Garcia. Back up top this goes, and the home crowd liking the defensive effort so far. Shot from the outside, and then seeing that one the whole way. Sometimes those bounces tough to handle, but not in that one for Parker Irwin.
Yeah, Parker Irwin could see it the whole way out of the rollback. It bounced right into his stick.
Ooh, almost a cause turnover there as Dylan Garcia got it in there, and eventually that's going to lead to it going back over to the Bees. So Baldwinsville, right, getting it done. Here's their clearing attempt. Trevor Sutton, their keeper. He's going to get it back. Sutton is a senior, lobbing it ahead, and then Ryan knocking it away. It goes out of bounds, still Baldwinsville ball. Brady Garcia steps into the box. And will allow the time to get in Matthew Niedzalek, number 24. First run for him. Niedzalek from the outside. Oliver Cole, number 14, on him defensively. Good move, working his way in. The shot, that is just muscle there by number 10, Zach Bice.
Yeah, he dodged initially, couldn't get by him. Dodged again, inside rolled. Nice low-to-low finish inside.
And that will be his 12th of the season.
First goal for Baldwinsville, number 10, Zachary Bice. That's Bice unassisted.
Great defense. Gets a little high on the attackman. He inside rolls for the finish. Good dodge.
And you're doing that right around the crease, too. Like like dance moves there. Mm-hmm. Making sure your footwork is spot on. Here's Victor winning a draw here, Coach, and the Blue Devils going to work here. Sager stepping into the box. He's working with Herendeen. Herendeen and Redonia, the goal scorers for Victor. 2-1 now our scores. We're under 9 to go here in the second. Trevor Valenti, number 14. He's a senior defender. He is on Tanner Redonia. Going in, the feed down low. What a beautiful feed. Secker finding his man. No, they're going to wave it off. What do we have, a crease violation?
They call them in the crease.
Yep.
In that situation, the ball, if it crosses the goal line after you fall in, they call it no goal.
So they sound the goal horn, and almost a beautiful feed for a goal, but correct call was made. So Baldwinsville getting the clear, and they will use their first timeout. All right, so let's take a look here.
Yeah, it looked like his knee was on the line as he's falling.
Official right there, waving it off. And really not much of an argument coming from Victor.
It's great dodge, great look, just a little unlucky.
We take a quick break here. 2-1 our score. Victor up on Baldwinsville. We're in the second of Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events. Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
That's Parker Irwin coming in today, 55.9% on the save percentage. And by my unofficial stats, that's going to go up just a little bit here with those 3 saves he's made so far.
Here's a great opportunity for Baldwinsville. Could be a 2-goal swing for stepping in the crease.
Garcia losing his footing, pops right back up. Brady Garcia fires. And getting a piece of that, I believe, was the keeper, and it still will be possession for the Bees. Zach Bice, the goal scorer today for Baldwinsville. Lemetico getting it over to Brady Garcia. Tiernan Lynch from the outside, pushes it back up top. Lemetico stepping into the box. Lemetico fires, and another save is made by Irwin. And again, like you said, Coach, clear lane from Lista, allowing Irwin to pick up that ball.
Yeah, he's seeing the ball really well. You can see Baldwinsville's going with a little different approach without Garcia being the high dodger, getting Cam Ryan off the ball.
Clear is successful here for Victor. So Victor with a 2-1 lead. They go back to work on offense. And player to watch is going to be Kyle Sager. He's just ducking out of range as this ball's actually near midfield. Bouncing back into the Baldwinsville zone here, but getting that ground ball will be Cam Ryan.
A heads-up play by the Baldwinsville attackman. Unfortunately, they didn't come up with it.
Shot by Sager, bouncing wide. We take a look here. Yeah, that last save by Parker Irwin. My unofficial count, that's number 4 for him today.
It looks to me there's an obvious scout to shoot low and away at him, as all of his saves have been there.
Here's Herendeen. Nobody coming out to guard Herendeen here. He's being patient. You'll be here all day, Coach.
Yeah. Herendeen did a great job of getting his defenseman hung. Now Victor will cut and cut and cut. Eventually he will find somebody.
There he is, and a big save made as Clinkscales did pop free. Big save by Trevor Sutton. Clinkscales has the possession now. He's in a little bit of trouble, and he gets some help here. As coming up with it will be Redonia. Throws it behind the cage, and the possession continuing here as Sager fires. Another save made by Sutton. Rebound bouncing out. Herendeen coming up with it. Herendeen pushes it just wide, and closest to where it goes out will be number 30, Tyler Nielsen. Well, that time, that was the Trevor Sutton show.
That was a huge save.
Unforced error. Results in a 50-50 ball right in front of the Baldwinsville bench. And Victor's going to come up with it. They do have the one timeout remaining, but they're not going to need it here as Ryan bringing it ahead. The long pole will step into the box. And some applause here from the home fans there as the Ride doing its thing here for the Blue Devils.
In between the 30s, if you look at the field, in between the boxes is one of the most crucial part of the game. If you can clear, you can ride. It totally changes everything.
B saw, and you can see this motion here by Victor. Almost looks like a drill you would do in warm-ups as Now this goes to the corner. Herendeen behind the cage. 4:13 remaining before halftime. Herendeen going in. Oh, a little miscommunication. Enough time for Victor to save it. Yeah, nice job tracking that down by Radonia. Radonia holds it wide. Good footwork there by Alicio McGrain, the defensive midi for Baldwinsville, number 23. Going on in. The shot and the goal. Christian Besaw makes it 3-1. Number 17 with his 10th of the season.
Yep, you'll see him here beat his defender off the pick in the two-man game. They have a clear lane with no slide. Goalie comes off the post, shoots it near side for a goal. Great job reading the goaltender by the shooter.
The goals today are at a premium. Blue Devils win the draw, and they're back in the box here. And at the very least, an opportunity to shorten this first half with a 3-1 advantage. Jack Mahaffey is the long pole, number 7 for Baldwinsville. Clinksdale's now stepping out on the field for the home team. Secker takes it behind the cage, or Herendeen, that's where he likes to set up shop. Radonia, some now 25 yards in front of the cage. Shot from the outside, and getting a piece of that. It was either going to go wide or Sutton kicks it free, and now it'll be Baldwinsville with the clearing attempt.
See how they do on their clear this time. They should be patient, wait to find the open guy.
Nielsen's going to find, no! Reading that like a defensive back, Tanner Radonia picks it off. Radonia off to the races, sends it to the near side. Baldwinsville gets back defensively, but what a play by number 15.
Great individual effort, sprinting from the middle of the field. Baldwinsville had 2 people open, and he took both of them away.
In front of the Baldwinsville bench as we're under 2 minutes to go here. Colin Wheeler is out there, number 21 for the home team. As is Colin Whiteman, number 12. Here's the shot by Sager, and another save made by Sutton. And he will safely play it in the safety of the crease. Sutton to lead the clearing attempt here for the Bees. Which the last few times it's been a little difficult. Victor clogging up the middle of the field and sensing this once again. Well, that's a good cut timeout call by Matt Wilcox.
Yeah, you can't take them with you. You get 2 per half. You can see that Victor is pulling up Cam Ryan to the kid floating over the midline, whoever they've had on this side of the field on the 50, to double the ball there and leave an attackman open.
We take a look at how Section 5 has fared, and our graphic, the crack research team of Joe Balthaser here, and why is it Section 5, plays so well around the state here, Coach? Because there are certainly other great programs in Section 6 and in Section 3 and elsewhere.
Yeah, it's just consistency. We all share tape. Coaches work together when we play out of conference and out of section games. So we have a great scouting report when we go into those games. And we want our section to be the best no matter who's winning.
As this is a day that here at Victor they celebrate the future. Victor Lax Fest. Of course, you're going to always have the silent auction there.
Yeah, they have a lot of great tents set up. Probably a great fundraiser for their program.
We have 1:22 remaining here in the half. And again, if you're just logging on 3-1 our score, but Coach, it's kind of what you predicted here at the top.
Yeah, both these teams have good defenses. The goalies are playing well. Not a lot of great offensive plays that are happening right now because the defenses are so good. I think we're going to see some more goals, though, coming up. They got to shoot a little better.
Well, sometimes low-scoring games can be the most intense. Victor, not to bring up a bad memory, but a couple years ago in the semifinal in Section 5, you had Canandaigua. It was a 5-4 game, and everybody on the edge of their seat. So,
yep, Canandaigua went out to an early lead and held on for 3 quarters.
So, once again, the clearing attempt here and the good timeout by Baldwinsville results in a good plan for them to move it in. So, can the Bees narrow the gap here? Zach Weiss has the lone goal so far for the team in red. He has it, now throws it back up top. And this brings us under 1 minute remaining. Weiss behind the cages goes to Tiernan Lynch. Oliver Cole is the defensive midi patrolling in front of the crease. 40 seconds remaining. Lynch over to the far side. So the design play, and now things starting to go into motion with 20 seconds remaining here in the half. Trying to make a move there is going to be Brady Garcia. Brady Garcia lobbing it over the far side. 10 seconds remaining. Judson Ferris. That goes right in, and the ground ball picked up by Oliver Cole. That's going to be heaved down the field as the horn will sound. And the applause here coming from the home team. And defense the word here, Coach Butero, as we are at the half 3-1. Was that good defense, or what did you see there in terms of Baldwinsville moving it around there at the end of the first?
Baldwinsville set up their dodger, Garcia from the top. He's being covered by Cam Ryan. Cam Ryan is playing unbelievable on-ball defense. Wasn't able to get by him, try to rotate the ball. Pressure came to the backside. It looks like Victor made an adjustment and brought Cole up to play LaMedico, and that's an adjustment. No dodger on a short stick, and that was what happened.
Well, we have both teams kind of talking it over as they go to their respective ends of the field. We will come back with about a minute remaining here before we start up the third quarter. Again, we thank you for logging on here today. It's Victor leading Baldwinsville 3-1, and this is the Varsity Media Sports Network.
We've been teaching people how to love better. Thanks to the generosity of corporate sponsors and grassroots donors, all of our content is free, which makes it accessible to everyone. So please go to our website, joinonelove.org, to check out our content. Today, we are becoming part
Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events. Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable, and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first. Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live human beings behind the camera. You can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
We're at the half here today. Gene Battaglia with you, and Dewey Weimer, the athletic director at Victor High School. Dewey, thanks for making a few moments. You are running around here. Talk about like the effort and all the help that you get into putting an event like this every year. What Victor Lacrosse and how many people are helping everybody out here.
Yeah, well, this is a baby of Jim Andre from years and years and years ago when he knew the benefit of having our youth programs on campus, being able to watch and be part of our varsity scholastic programs. So for me, I just get to reap the benefit of all the hard work of all the volunteers. Our booster program, Kim Bruno and Andy Cooney, they have a big team underneath them. Being able to get vendors here to be able to provide opportunities and activities for the kids. I just came back from the modified girls game over on our grass field. It's nonstop all day. I was here around 7:30 this morning, and I saw 3 or 4 fields where parents were dragging the cages to get the field set up. So I mean, it's to say it's a full team effort. It's an understatement for sure. But real happy that we're here. Happy the weather cooperated. I'm glad that Baldwinsville decided to join us, having both boys and girls today with Baldwinsville. It's a great lacrosse program, and we're happy that they're here.
Oh, yeah, especially the boys are 2-time defending state champions. I mean, Dewey, I got the opportunity to get on the PA and actually announce the kids that were graduating up to the idea again. You mentioned how Jim Andre, this is his baby and how it's kind of grown, but this also helps to develop a community, and that's what any school district would want.
Yeah, I think that's the one thing that when people come to Victor and they see our lacrosse programs, they see the success of the varsity program. But one of the things that I get to witness firsthand is all hands on deck from kindergarten when they get the stick in their hand, or even before that, and having opportunities for those kids to grow at their own pace, and then we welcome them with open arms. You may have seen it just before we started this game. The 6th graders, we announced them because they're graduating into our scholastic program, and that's just, that happens with the girls program as well. And the numbers are just huge, and we appreciate that full-heartedly. And the support we get from the community programs to be at our scholastic events is second to none as well.
Yeah, we're talking with Dewey Weimer, the AD here at Victor. Of course, it's not just lacrosse. How are the rest of the spring sports going for it?
Softball is on the press, right on the door here for a league championship under Gina Potenza, doing great. Sean Rucker baseball already secured a Division I Monroe County championship as well. Our girls and boys track programs are doing phenomenal. We were here at about 10:30 to 11 o'clock last night with our invitational, our Twilight Invitational. Girls won that. Tennis, their 3rd seed going into next week. Golf is always doing a great job as well. I just can't say enough for the success of our programs, and it really is just because our coaches buy in to what it is to be a Victor coach, what that takes, the dedication it takes, and not just winning on in competition. We're 100% of our varsity programs are scholar athlete teams, so they're winning in the classroom as well, and we pride ourselves on the character that they demonstrate, when they're not competing within our community.
Yeah, and lastly, let's kind of give a little hat tip here to the moms here. Tomorrow being Mother's Day, and this is it's true at in every place there. We're so grateful, and for all the Victor sports moms, going from everywhere, being out in all conditions. Tomorrow is a day that we're going to celebrate you.
Yeah, happy Mother's Day to all the moms in Blue Devil Nation and Bees Nation that are listening as well. So, we appreciate you, to say the least. You are the best.
So one last question here. Are we going to have the football opener? We were here last year against RH, I believe it was, for the opener. Is that been nailed down?
So there's a little bit of a hiccup in the football schedule with some of the RCSD schools maybe having new numbers that we're reviewing. However, our opening game this year is actually the kickoff classic for CNS at the JMA Dome. So
wow.
So we had that opportunity to go week 0, which is that very first weekend, a non-league weekend, and Canandaigua and Victor were able to jump on that as the visiting team. So we wanted to have the opportunity. We figure, if we could start in the Dome, maybe we could end in the Dome. So let's see what it looks like this year.
I didn't know that was I didn't know that was official. Well, that is going to be a thrill for sure. And for everybody watching back in Baldwinsville, that's a big deal when a Rochester team can go play in the Dome.
Yeah, for sure.
Dewey, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Gene. Appreciate it. Yep.
Pretty busy day. Our score here at the half: Victor leading Baldwinsville 3-1. We will bring back in Coach Butero here as we're coming to you live today from Victor High School here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey, we're already ready here for the start of the second half. Gene Battaglia, Bill Butero, Joel Balthaser, our director. Also a special shout-out to our camera guys today, Spencer White, Jeff Turoff here. But some days, when they're out in the rain, we feel bad for them. You're outdoors today. That's where it's the place to be, is at the X. It'll be Victor controlling and looking like that's not a face-off. Get-off, not by any means! Eli Rickey, the 8th grader, fires and scores. Talking about an adjustment. Victor just 6 seconds into the second half.
Yeah, Baldwinsville started out winning 3 of the first 4. Victor has won the last 3, and the score is 4-1.
Well, I was getting ready to ask you about halftime adjustments for both teams, and Well, that's about as aggressive as you can be coming off a faceoff.
Yeah, he went right out the front door. Baldwinsville collapsed 2 poles on him. He split them, rolled, got his hands free, let it go from about 6 yards.
Of course, his brother's such a good face-off person here.
Number 10, Eli Ricky. That's Ricky, unassisted.
This time it'll be Baldwinsville getting back. For the first time today, they are down by 3. So back to adjustments here. If you're head coach Matt Wilcox, coach, what do you think he's telling his team here at the half? What needs to happen?
Well, he's saying that people need to step up. Their 2 best midfielders, Lometico and Garcia, are being covered by 2 of the better poles in the area. They got to create, and other people got to get involved.
Brady Garcia, he's drawing the long pole. Garcia lobbing it down and then not looking it in. That results in a ground ball. Judson Ferris with some issues on that, and coming up with it, the ground ball, Oliver Cole. He leads the team in ground balls, entering today with 51. Has another one to add to his total. And Victor's going to find a pathway to the clear here as along the near side. This will be the Blue Devils getting it into the B end. Getting Clink Scales will wait for some help. He gets it back to Tanner Redonia. Redonia, Herendeen, Besaw, and now Ricky, the 4 goal scorers here for the Blue Devils. We're in the third quarter. Sager lobbing it back.
It is, yeah. The wind just picked up. They said afternoon showers.
Victor just chewing up some time here. As Redonia now makes a move. Redonia gets pushed wide. And now it's Herendeen cutting to the middle of this formation. He pops out. The shot from the outside will go wide. Besaw. Herendeen once again cutting to the middle. Herendeen losing the handle. Ground ball picked up. Nope, it's still being contested. Besaw getting his nose in there, and Herendeen pops it up into the air. That's still being contested. Rolling. Sager trying to swat it, keep it in, and it's going to be ruled over to Baldwinsville. And what do we have here?
I think they were communicating to make sure that it went off on Victor. Baldwinsville did a great job of keeping the ball on the ground. Victor kicked it out and just kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah, the first half we did not see any penalties, so no man up so far in this game as that V now goes over to the left numbers. And a good clear here for Baldwinsville.
It's a good opportunity here for Baldwinsville to establish themselves in the second half.
Dylan Garcia from the outside. Ooh, nearly going over, but good play there by Brady Garcia. Lynch inside the numbers. Trying to make a move. Good defense there by Cole. Lynch gives it back up. Shot from the outside goes over the crossbar by Judson Ferris.
Yeah, they're isolating the short six on the backside, trying to get an opportunity not to dodge against these poles.
Dylan Garcia will draw the long pole of JT Workmeister. Workmeister trying to push him wide. And Dylan Garcia still with it. We'll give it back up. Long possession here for Baldwinsville, as this will bring us down to 8 minutes remaining here in the quarter. Behind the cage, Lynch working against Cole. Cole like fly paper, and that forces the play now to go to the near side. Shot from the Coming from 26, Judson Ferris goes wide. And now a substitution here is Matthew Nienzelik stepping off. And coming in to get the feed right on cue will be number 3, Iggy Lemetico. Lemetico knocking away Simon Cole, but still the possession here for Baldwinsville. Brady Garcia now over to the far side. Zach Weiss now sends it behind the cage. Shot. Save is made. Got it in down low, and Parker Irwin with his 5th save, but then an errant feed coming off of that 50-50 ball. That'll be picked up there by the long pole of Matt Langdon, the long stick midi, getting it ahead. And the ride nearly getting it done, but it will be Victor in the end stepping into the box as JT Workmeister completing the clear.
Oliver Cole with great individual defense on an attackman. Lynch shot the ball early, right in the goalie stick.
So Tanner Radonia, who started the scoring, he is out there just a little bit as he's going to wait for someone else to step out. As on the far side, that'll be Brody Secker, number 25. (4-1) Blue Devils. So we're past the midway point here of the third.
Victor taking their time on offense, getting ready to set up their dodge.
Yeah. Every once in a while.
Again, thanks to Dewey Weimer on such a busy day, the AD here at Victor, for joining us at the half.
And then I'm glad I'm not on the field when that happens.
Brody Secker back up top. Radonia fires, and the save is made. Trevor Sutton getting the leg on it, and it still will be Victor ball. Secker scores! Created just enough space. That's his 25th of the season. It's now 5-1.
Setker got his hands free on the last one. Goalie made a great save. Comes in, dodges, waits for his defender to get in front of him, rolls back quickly, and fires right out of his roll. Great shot.
Trevor Valenti on defense, and just a good job of creating enough space off of the face-off. Ricky will get the job done as this will be awarded back to Victor. Our halftime score was 3-1. It's now 5-1 in favor of the home team.
Scored done by number 25, Brody Secker. His first today. That's Secker, unassisted.
Again, Baldwinsville, the 2-time defending state champions. Beating some powerhouses down on Long Island. And that shot, that is a nice save by Trevor Sutton as Radonia was looking for his second of the day. Big stop there, the stop that Baldwinsville needed. Here's their clearing attempt. Jack Mahaffey will give it back to his keeper. And that's the way you do it, as it'll be 22 up to 23. Alessio McGrain gets it ahead. And now he'll dart off the field.
Easiest way to be successful in the clearing game is having a goalie that can play in the middle of the field and feel comfortable with the ball on the stick to make those outlet passes to the diagonals.
So anybody watching that has little ones and they just want to play goalie, sometimes it's better also to play different positions and out sometimes, right, Coach?
Yeah, absolutely. When we were growing up, everybody played every position. They learned everything. They didn't specialize until around 7th or 8th grade. Little different time now, though.
For sure. As now in transition, here's going to be Clinkscales. Clinkscales dishing it off, and the goal. Tick, tack, toe. Jack Herendine his second of the day, and it's now 6-1.
Great job feeding the middle of the field, finding the 3-on-2, and then it's just ball movement to a wide open guy on the backside.
Boy, that was also Sager was wide open down there too, so needed face-off win there as Armpriester gets the draw. Here's the announcement. So Victor has scored the last 4 in this game. As this will bring us under 3 minutes to go here. Zach Bice has the goal today for Baldwinsville. He's on the near numbers. Brady Garcia is in the middle of this formation. This will be Needselick. Matthew Needselick going in. The shot. Big kick save made. Oh, Parker Irwin. Like a hockey goalie. Sprawling out and kicking that one.
Baldwinsville now is attacking Victor short sticks only, leaving Cam Ryan off ball. Can't take it away. Another low off stick save by Irwin.
Clear successful as Besaw stepping into the box. So defense leading to offense here for Victor once again. 6-1 is our score. Herendeen now with 2 goals on the afternoon. 14 on the season. Nathan Lyman is one of the long poles out there for the Bees. Tanner Radonia pushing it over to the far side. That's the long pole of Tyler Nielsen on that side of the field. Coach, I don't think we've had even a stall warning here today. So,
well, sometimes these are the best kind of games. Let the kids play.
And no penalties, no stall warnings. Back into the middle of the field, the shot and the goal in a great position. Besaw, his second of the afternoon. Victor opening up a 7-1 lead.
Some of the advantages of dodging from X to feed. The defense's back are to the guys behind them. Nice little backdoor, step in the lane, fire and shoot it.
Getting the ball between those hashes. Very difficult for any goaltender to guess where that would be going. Armpriester's going to make the win as this will be announced, but thrown away. As we're under a minute to go here. Parker Irwin over to the far side. Alan Whiteman getting a run in. He has it behind the cage. As this will be Mitty against Mitty, it looks like. Whiteman working against Judson Ferris. Over to the far side. Klingscales dishing it off down low. The shot and another goal. No, I beg your pardon. It goes off the side of the net. Fans started applauding there. One of those optical illusions there is with the time ticking down. This is about all that Baldwinsville can do is heave it down the field. Boy, can they get a shot off? No, that Victor defense is going to say no, and there's going to be our first flag, and this is going to result at least in Baldwinsville getting the possession, as I believe it's going to be a penalty coming up here against Victor.
Yep. Baldwinsville should start with the ball, man up. This is a must-score opportunity for them.
We go to the 4th, and it's Victor looking for their 13th consecutive win. They're up on Baldwinsville by a 7-1 score. This is Victor Lacrosse Fest here today from Victor High School on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
Yeah, that's a fun place to take in some of the action here today. Although, Coach, I'm embarrassed to say that's how my lawn looks out now here.
With all the rain, it's been tough to get out there.
We do have our first penalty. Cam Ryan going for a minute here. So our first man up comes right to open the fourth. And again, when a penalty kind of carries over, that means the team gets the possession. That's on the man up.
Got to take advantage of Cam Ryan not being on the field.
And speaking of taking advantage, this is almost a must-score situation here for Baldwinsville, down by 6. Lemetico over to the near side. 23 remaining in the man up. Over to the far side. Lemetico getting it back. Liam Zugner out there defensively. Here's going to be the feed. Oh, he had it for a second there, did Dylan Garcia. Just could not have the handle. 5 seconds remaining, and we'll be back to even strength. Garcia gets it on the near side once again. Back up top. Now we're back to even strength. As racing out, Weston Hoyer will be the defensive midi here for the Blue Devils. Simon Cole is the long pole, battling, as working his way in. Trying to worm his way in was Zach Bice. That's how he scored the last one. And this time, Victor was ready for it. Here's the clearing attempt.
Yeah, that inside roll footwork, but this time it resulted in a mom goal on the side of the net.
Good clear here by the Blue Devils as Sager will have it on the near side. Brody Secker from the outside, pushing it over. Jack Herendine. Jack Mahaffey is the defender. Here's the shot and the goal. Christian Besaw. That'll be the third of the afternoon for Besaw. His 12th of the season. Victor now enjoying an 8-1 lead.
Yep, Victor spread out at 2 behind the crease. Behind the net at X. Beat his man to the inside. Easy goal near post.
You know, the help just coming over just a little bit late there. So Victor in a 6-0 run here to open this game. Not 8-1.
His third goal of the day, number 17, Christian Besaw. That's Besaw unassisted.
Face-off awarded over to the Bees. Lynch has it. Oliver Cole guarding him. Lobbing it back up top. So Cam Ryan back out there. Coach, you're telling me like the work that Cam Ryan put in just to get back out on the field for this team, number 11.
Yeah, just about a year ago, he tore a ligament in his knee. I believe it was his ACL. Made it back for basketball and changed the basketball season for Victor.
It's fantastic, and just the work that goes into just getting back out on the field.
Let alone being as dominant as he's been today.
As Ryan trying to push this wide. Boy, doing a good job there. There's no choice but for Brady Garcia to push it back up top. LaMedico from outside the hash. 8.5 remaining here in this contest. Game 2 of Lax Fest here today at Victor. Girls action to follow. Dylan Garcia trying to work his way in. Workmeister on him defensively. Dylan Garcia makes a move and then getting a piece of it and then racing to the end line. It still will be Baldwinsville ball. And it's not overlooked the job that Parker Irwin has done here today, Coach.
No, he's got about 6 saves today. Generally, a lot of them have all been off-stick low. Baldwinsville must have saw something and tried to capitalize in that area, but he has shut the door today.
Tiernan Lynch behind the cage. Lynch. Lynch going in, fires, and scores. His 14th of the season, Tiernan Lynch. No assist on that. 7:55 remaining here, and that breaks the 6-0 run for the Blue Devils.
That's a great dodge. He got to 5x5, sat there, tried to get him leaning, gets him leaning, is able to inside roll back in with a clear path to the cage. Good shot placement.
And that's another face-off awarded over to Baldwinsville. So, a sport where if you win a few at the X here, Coach, this game is not over.
Yeah, having it be a 50-50 shot every time after a score, whereas in basketball you just get the ball, could change everything in a heartbeat. Baldwinsville can attack the cage quickly, get shots off. It's never over.
As from the outside, Matthew Niezelick will send it behind the cage. Parker Irwin makes the save once again. Just in a good position, and he'll hand it off to Matthew Langdon. Clearing attempt in progress for the Blue Devils.
It was a nice dodge by the Baldwinsville attackman, just shot it just a little too early.
Cam Ryan finds a man. Ooh, and the feet a little offline, but that's okay, as it's backed up on the far side. And now Victor will check in their offensive personnel. Under 7 minutes to go here. Jack Mahaffey is the long pole. As Eli Ricky getting a run in here offensively. Sager popping back up, but then that ball kicked out. It's going to the middle of the field and off to the races. Here comes number 25, Aiden Lyman. The defenseman gets it ahead. Now he'll race off to the other end of the field. So Victor ready at least in transition. We're past the midway point of the fourth. All right, it's go time now for Baldwinsville, down by 6 as Bice will throw it back up top. Empty set here, and now cutting to the middle, here will be Bice. Shot from the outside, bouncing wide, and then picked up by Workmeister. Workmeister with the ground ball. Using the near side. He's going to take it himself. Workmeister, the self-clearing machine.
It's a great job to pick up the ground ball, get your feet upfield, and get the ball into the offensive end. That's where it needs to be right now with 5 minutes left.
Well, you're wondering, what is the strength of this Victor team, Coach? And it's Ryan, it's Workmeister. They are buttoned up on that end of the field here today.
Yeah, their defense is truly dominant. Not to mention the Cole brothers.
Well, of course, yeah. Simon and certainly Oliver. Secker, feed in the middle, bouncing through and did not go into the crease. The shot, and it's put back in. Lorenzo Amito, number 20, getting the goal. That's cool for the senior there and being in the right spot at the right time.
His teammate picked up a ground ball, moved it to the backside. He is free. Hands are free. Lets it go.
Renzo Amadio making our score 9-2.
His first goal of the afternoon, number 20, Lorenzo Amadeo. Secker to Amadeo.
So as they're announcing that goal, we have our second penalty called against Victor. So it'll be Baldwinsville 0 for 1 so far today on the man up.
Their last man up, they didn't get a shot off. I'm hoping to see one here.
Victor number 10, Eli Ricky, 1 minute slash.
So Ricky for the slash. Okay, so they put up a minute. It's actually only 30, so they'll reset that.
I believe they called a interference, 30 seconds.
All right, so as they're fixing the time situation, Coach, if you're Baldwinsville here, maybe this game is a little out of reach, but what an opportunity here at least to kind of use this here, maybe get some positive feelings here to close this game out.
Yeah, every game's an opportunity. We got to work on what we need to do better, and there's no better time to do it than right now. Their last man up opportunity, they moved the ball well but didn't generate a shot. They should be looking for a good shot and a goal here, regardless of the score.
So as they figure that out here, closing seconds here in the man up as Lomenico sends it over far side, and we're back to even strength, and that ball carrying out near midfield, and then just some good defense, and then fighting his way through and getting that ground ball, Colin Whiteman. And Whiteman will bring it into the B end of the field. We're down to 3.5 minutes remaining.
Victor did such a great job just staying packed in. They didn't even have to rotate with the movement of Baldwinsville.
So some different names getting some work in here. Dante Pezzamenti, number 19. Drawing the long pole of Kyle Levy. Wheeler just inside the numbers. As it'll be Brady Garcia behind the net. Here from the outside, the shot. Knocked down in front. Good save by Trevor Sutton getting in piece. Sutton trying to pull that back into the crease. And they're going to just rule it over to Baldwinsville in the end. As now it'll be lobbed ahead. Brady Garcia. Zach Weiss bringing it up.
Just like the man up, there's another opportunity for Baldwinsville to find some level of success here.
So Simon Cole out there, one of the long poles. JT Workmeister once again. Iggy Lemetico trying to make a move. Fires and pushes it wide. And that will be still Baldwinsville ball. Tiernan Lynch behind the cage. Cam Ryan, the long pole. Lemetico will push it back. Shot from the outside and bounces wide and still remains Baldwinsville ball. 9-2 is our score. Halftime score was 3-1. And what set the tone, Coach, was actually Ricky winning the draw just 6 seconds in, and 2-goal game becomes 3. That goes off the helmet of Workmeister. Bounces in, the shot from the outside, and this time it's going to go over to Victor. As that shot by Niezelic goes wide, and we get the officials on the far side.
Looks like they called unnecessary roughness on Victor. Must have been a late hit. I didn't see the flag go down originally.
Here's that play we were talking about. This was Eli Ricky right off the draw, just creating a little bit of space, and sometimes you just got to respect the face-off guy that maybe that there could be a threat to take it. And
face-off guys are the ultimate momentum swing. They can take you, and then they can break you.
Joel Barthaser punching that up right on cue today. By the way, anybody watching, there is still time. Not a lot of dates left, but if you're thinking about the fall, perhaps contact Varsity Media Sports Network, and we would love to come do your game. Is the shot from the outside and the goal. Scored by Iggy Lemetico. So Iggy Lemetico getting his 16th of the season, and Baldwinsville gets their 3rd of the day.
Yeah, this time they did a great job of moving the ball, getting Victor to move, having a shooter set up with his hands free.
So it'll count as a man-up goal, so 1 for 3 today are the Bees on the man-up. Hayden Kinsella will take the face-off for Baldwinsville. Number 34, trying to dig this out. Victor to get it, and if they want to, they can just kind of pass it around and call this an afternoon here, as they will get their 13th consecutive win. 1 game left for them in this season, and it'll be at McQuaid. Good test coming up on Thursday.
Yeah, McQuaid also having a great year. Going to be a title contender in Class A for Section 5.
Class A loaded as always as that rolls back into the crease. Here's the clearing attempt on the far side, and Lynch going in. Lynch fires, pushes that wide. Down to 19 seconds remaining.
That's a great look by Sutton.
Brady Garcia looking for one last shot here. Garcia. Whoa, what a move. And he pushes it wide. Boy, nice move there, but just could not complete it. And this will do it here today as the final seconds run out. Your final score here today from Victor High School, 9-3. The Blue Devils take this one over Baldwinsville. Coach Butero, your final thoughts on what we saw here today?
Victor is a very talented defensive team. They play together. They cleared the ball successfully. They gave them trouble when Baldwinsville was trying to clear. And, playing defense between the 30s is the most important part.
Well, special thanks to everybody at Baldwinsville, to head coach Matt Wilcox for his assistance in helping us to deliver this broadcast. Certainly everybody here at Victor High School, their head coach Dan Stone, Dewey Weimer, the AD, and always the hospitality. They roll out the carpet for us here at Victor High School. We appreciate that. Today on the broadcast, our director has been Joel Balthaser, cameraman Spencer White, and Jeff Turoff. And we will be with you for more action coming up this season. Our team leader, Ben Turchin, for Ville Butero. My name is Gene Battaglia. Once again, our final score today from Victor High School. The Blue Devils win this one by a score of 9-3. You've been watching this exclusive broadcast here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.